Why is that? Been stay to my hair, mate. It's alright, joke. Right, one sec, guys. I've really messed up my phone here. Cannot get the orientation look right, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'll do it that way, sod it. Do it that way. Hang on. Yeah. There we are. Right, guys, how are we? So, hope we are well. Let's have a look. Could someone just let me know if the orientation is right on that? Because I was trying to do it in portrait or landscape, whatever you call it, but I couldn't get it. Just trying to get coffee there as well. Just finished work now, so I thought I'd do a quick live in the office, but I don't know, this bloody new phone don't work for me. Let's have a look. Orientation lock off, so I should now be able to spin it down. All good, Steve, all good. Orientation remote device. I don't want it on there. Right, can you start that? Ian McKay, hi, that's fine. Hope you're well. So, how are we doing, guys? Hope you're well. Hope it's been a good week. It's obviously a short week this week because it is the bank holiday is upon us, or we've just had it and done. I'm going to pop into the back now, grab a quick coffee. So we've been on, like I say, with the back now. It's come to a bit of a standstill, just been with the amount of work and stuff, but we're underway getting decorated now, getting the paint and stuff put on in here. So getting that done as we do. I'm quickly going to get there. I don't want to put that spoon. Quick coffee done. Cannot wait to get in the back done. Again, getting the gym done is going to be a big thing for me, like I say. So, getting the gym done, and I can train at work. I've just finished my last job now. That was a boiler breakdown. I've just had to wire an immersion up because the immersion was not wired. So that was on a new build property that's currently 6-7 years old, and they've not wired the immersion up as the backup. So, but I've been done it. Got it sorted now so I can get the parts sorted. I'll take you through to it. We'll get back in the front. Have a few questions and stuff like that. Walking through the back. TV's there, boom. I don't know what my phone's doing, but as long as it's right, guys, please let me know. What I'm going to do here is kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I've got a slight amount of heavy work to do. So I'm going to get that complete whilst I'm speaking as well, because time is money. So I like to kill 2 birds with 1 stone when I can. Excuse the hair, I've not had a chance to get anything done since I got back off holiday, but that is part of Dubai. Dreams can come true. Sorted. Right, let's start then. So, Wednesday night, do a little bit of a live usual. Did one last week where I was cooking. Did one last week whilst I was cooking my tea. I was just trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone basically, because we just got back off holiday and just trying to make sure we keep the content out there for you guys. So we've had a little bit of brainwave in the business, a bit of a speak with everybody. I think we're now going to look at, instead of doing a YouTube every day, we can do it and we can get the content and stuff, but we're going to maybe go down to 3-4 times a week. I think it's just going to be a lot easier for the business, especially with the growth, what's going on at the moment. So we'll get when I say that, we'll keep the videos out there. The actual video you upload, you would get, one of them will be the live like this. So as per usual, we will get always someone in on a Wednesday, just on my own tonight, because I finished work a little bit late. So we've got James says, hey. Steve Wright, hello mate, how are you doing? All good. Missed your last live, James. Steve Wright, all good. Hi mate, yeah, that's fine. Shorted, not short enough. Hi mate. Winter months approaching. You looking forward to busy season? Yes, we are. We're still predominantly in a massive busy season now. It's just ruthless work at the moment for us. A lot of our commercial sites and getting a lot of commercial jobs complete, stuff like that. So we are busier than ever, which isn't a bad thing. and then again kids go back, so our commercial sites will calm down, and then before you know it, we're back, like I say, to the winter season. So big skeptical, is that the right word, what's going to happen. Reason being, obviously, with these air source, ground air source, stuff like that, you know, it's not worrying. I'm looking forward to getting a fuel costs and stuff done it, but it's just obviously seeing how the game is going to change off tech LPG, off the grid fuels as opposed to carbon emissions and stuff like that. So really just seeing what is going to happen. So down one, just got some business cards there. I'm employed at the moment, but wanting to do some bits in my spare time, little bread and butter jobs. Not a bad shout, Daniel. One thing I would maybe say there is depending how you, trying to what song it is. Depending how we gaffer is, could be a lady, but how you figure is, it could be maybe worthwhile having a chat with them, like doing a little bit of extra work. The only reason being is, well, he doesn't really have to, but I'd always think if you ever get into the confrontational side where they go, what have these seen these, or blah, blah, blah. But it's definitely worthwhile doing, getting your name out there and doing it if you're looking to grow a business and have a go, like I say. So, have you got employed whilst working someone, Daniel? I want to do that. Even if it was either you or EastEnders, definitely keeping up with the Capranis. I've got some good footage there to get a video this week. It's a good bit of banter, like I say. But that's, to be fair, how I did it when I started Caprani Plumbing Eating. I wanted to do it. I wanted to have a go on my own for a long time. And what I did is I put the feeders out there before I went on my own. I feel like a lot of people I speak to go, I'm going to go on my own, I'm going to have a go, so I'm going to do it. But they don't put things in place before they do it. So I made sure I had a clientele base ready to go, knew that I was going on my own. I'd got my gas safe prepared in my own name, insurance policies put in place, ready to go. I didn't have a van, to be fair, I was, like say, bought a van, but I had things like that put in place. I had work put in place. For me to come on. I had a diary set up, I had it all strategically planned. You've got to have a plan. You know, sometimes going to it blind can work, but you've got to have a plan as well in relation to like knowing what you want to do and where you want to go. Like, say, I don't want to jump with no job, lol. No, I won't advise that because again, you find it that you're busy while working something, you can go on your own, and you don't. So work, I mean, you have more waffle than Kellogg. Matt is a king of waffle. Nah, Matt is a good lad. Paul is a good lad. He's my. I'll admit I can talk. I'll admit, but you fans want it, and I'll say it. So, but it's been a good productive week this week. Back to it again. I'm back on holiday again in 2 weeks. Going to Mexico for 2 weeks. So just trying to get everything put in place, ready for that. And let's be fair, at the end of the day, that is why we do it. We do business. We work hard to play hard, enjoy things. So I'm looking forward to that holiday. To be fair, Mexico for 2 weeks with the family, which I believe will be good. So quick, isn't it? Sorry, just literally checking emails as I'm doing this as well. Do you have to register self-employed if you do that? No, when you do your gas safe, unless things have changed. But when I did it, you can actually still work for somebody and have your own gas safe registration as well. So basically, that's what I did. It just obviously worked for us getting my own gas safe, but I still have my gas safe with the company because obviously your own person with your own qualifications, so you can do that. So pretty simple to do, like I say. Any tips for going self-employed? I'm not gas safe, not something I want to do, just maintenance jobs. It depends. You've got to be willing to put yourself out there. You know, you've got to be willing to put yourself where people don't want to be to get the work. Like say, at the start, I was taking on jobs, unblocking sandy floors, things like that. To be honest, I wouldn't want to do it now. If a job coming, I'd be looking just to replace it. But we still do do it if need be. But you've got to be willing to take the really, really shit jobs at the start. I'm going to move this chair on, actually. You've got to be willing to take on the really, really shit jobs at the start to obviously build up to get to the better jobs. So that's part of the buy. Could call this keeping up with a bloody chair. Keeping up with the coffee with the Capranis. So yeah. I need to look at doing it. What's that, James? What are you looking at doing? Are you thinking of going your own or your gas? I'm sure you got your gas. Paul Cook, I enjoy the channel. No, I think we all enjoy the channel. It's good banter. Matty's back. Matty got back from Portugal. He was away over the weekend. He got back early hours of this morning, so we let him. He was due in at 8. Obviously, he's got no holidays, but we let Matty have a lie-in and come into work at 12 today. I think it's only fair. You've got to look after your staff. I'm a big believer in that. I spoke to said, look, Matty's not landing while 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. He's got to drive back from Manchester. I know he's not no holidays, but I think it's only fair as a company. We'll let him have a lie-in. 1, pointless in being in work, oh, I'm tired, blah, blah, blah. And 2, I like to think if you look after your team, the team will look after you. We look after each other. We're a family at the end of the day. So nothing goes amiss. We had the sites covered, like I say. Nothing on that, like I say. Just it's more about looking after your staff in my eyes. I think if you look after your staff, they'll look after your business. So I'm a big one on that. Do you have to have a license for free before you can receive a company vehicle? No offence on your age because of the company insurance. No offence on your age. Don't know what it means, James. Do you also have a license for free? I don't know, because how long's Matt had his van for now? He's 21. I don't think so, no. Matt got his van. The only thing is, the insurance is absolutely ridiculous. So the insurance for Matt's van at the start was something like 3-4 grand to get him in that van. But the figures stack up. If he can make the money, use the van, and it's going to benefit him, benefit the business. If the figures stack up, it's a wise move to do so. Hence why, like I say, we did it. Go in the business, as we say. We've got some really exciting collaborations coming up. Some really serious big things coming up. Got my own gas sip. Need to take the jump. Go on my own. Whereabouts are you from, James? Let me know. But I say that to anybody, and I respect anybody that's trying to have a go and do it. You don't want to be laid on your deathbed. Sounds really horrible to say, but you don't want to be laid on your deathbed thinking, God, I wish I'd have gone on my own. You've just got to go for it and think, fuck it, go for it. Once you have your qualifications, if it doesn't work out, you will always get a job. If you're reasonably good, if you're good, and like I say, you've got qualifications, you will always get a job. So people that don't have a go and go, I wish I'd have got, I think you need to have a go on your own if you're thinking about it and go with the flow and roll the punches. It's definitely worthwhile. You only get one shot at life, so go for it. LB, would I be able to receive a van at 18 from a company? Yes, I think you would. It's more on the basis of, 1, you won't be able to put on a fleet insurance, indefinitely. Matt is on his own independent insurance. You can't be put on a fleet under the age of 21, so that's maybe one thing that's stopping that. And 2, obviously, it is if the company wants to pay the cost of the insurance, because the insurance can be absolutely ridiculous. It could end up being absolutely thousands, so that's another reason why people obviously don't go out in the vans. And another thing is, obviously, and no disrespect, being competent and doing things, able to do jobs on your own, because it's pointless having a van if you can't do things. It's burning fuel, it's on the road. If you can't use it to its best ability, it's pointless. And that's not to sound horrible, that's just talking really, so. But we are still on with the gym. The gym's done, but not, it comes with a standstill. That's going to get fired back up again, back end of this week, beginning of next week. Going to start really chugging all that. I want to get it done, so. Would you consider helping with an ACS portfolios? The going rate about 1,200. Gives a little bit more information. Gives a little bit more information on that, Paul, because I can kind of work out what you're getting at, but let me know a little bit more. Work a lot in London, but I live in Windsor. It's a tricky one, isn't it? I say it's not a tricky one, but obviously it's getting your clientele in. But again, I can't stress enough. Look, 7 years into it now. Come 7 years into it now. It was a dream when I started. I wanted to get the business going. Obviously, it was a big slug, and it is a massive risk when you've got a family, children, a wife, and a house to pay for. It is a big risk, but if you don't take the risk, you won't reap the benefits. So hence, we've took a risk, and we're here now. We're still a long way off where we want to be, but I believe that we're going in the right direction. And not agreed with anything, you know, we do it for work, do it for the money and stuff as well, but I aren't really money orientated. I like to deliver good to the clients. I like getting good exclusive work as well, the big sites and stuff we do, the big like commercial jobs like big system conversions and stuff like that, the bigger ones, not your general day-to-day. I like doing the big ones. I get my enjoyment out of that. So, and if you're asking like Caprani, they'll say the same thing. Like I say, like that new build, I've enjoyed doing that one. Did enjoy it, but I had to go back to it because someone commented on YouTube, and so for the right, and I respect it. We don't know everything. I'd run the second return just an autopilot in on the hot water in plastic, which again you can't do. So I went back on Sunday and literally cut it out and reran it in copper. PB, evening boss, respect as always. Went back and ran it in copper because it put the wind up on Sunday morning, and I couldn't, like I say, I wouldn't be able to sleep on the night thinking about that. So hence why Alexa off. Hence why I went back on the Sunday and got it done just so I could do it, like I say. So that's how I am. That's what we do. But that job's been a good job. The plant room, that'll be good at the end. I'm looking forward to getting that done. I think that'll be a mint job. Ashford, Surrey. What advice do you have for a 70-year-old starting in plumbing, still in college but looking to try and build a business? Being honest, don't run before you can walk. It's good you've got ambition and good you want to do it, but I think I'm 33 now, 7 years in. I started when I was 26, 27. I believe I was at the right age to do it, like I say. I'd literally done 4 or 5 years at a domestic company, house bashing, doing stuff like that. Then I did 4 or 5 years doing a job at a commercial company, lentil commercial, obviously learned it, followed it from a domestic. I believed I was at the right time in my career to go on my own. I had the confidence, the ability, and I was prepared and ready for it. So you've got to make sure you're confident, you can deliver goods to the client and go for it. So always make sure get a good few years under your belt and learn as much and off as many people as you can, because I don't think you can go wrong that way. Could you make some videos on some boiler repairs? Can do, Dave, not a problem, more than happy to do that. We'll try to keep the channel a little bit more day-to-day of the run of the business, like the banter side and that side of jobs and stuff as well. You will all see a lot of the videos, sometimes depends what jobs we're on. If it's a little bit of jobbing and stuff like that, it'll be on things like that, doing bits like that, but a lot of it is more in relation to doing stuff in relation to, there's certain things you can do it on, like I say. There is sorry about that. Just there is certain things we will do videos on. I'm more than happy to do. We've got some good things coming. Luke's got his van tour coming up. We've got Matt's going to do his tool bag review. What else have we got coming up as well? Matt's got his tool bag review coming up, so is George. So we'll try to keep it as real as possible, but also to entertain you guys as well, because at the end of the day, we don't rule with iron fist here at Caprani. This bloody chair. We don't rule with an iron fist here at Caprani. We like to make sure the job is as smooth as for everybody. So, but again, let us know. I think the channel's going well. I hope you guys like the channel. We like to deliver something a little bit different. It should be a little bit different with it, like I say, because it is plumbing neat, but also a little bit banter as well. Paul Cook, I live in Able Skills Dart for a day work with Boiler Medic, who take Able Skills as trainees out with their engineers to build their practice report. Ah, right, I get you. I think I've heard of Boiler Medic, who take Able Skills. So you're saying there then, Paul, is would you consider helping with this? Probably was going away about 200 quid. So do you mean by that, Barb? It's like people coming on to Caprani and working alongside us to build the portfolio? Yes, I would. The game, what another thing that I've been thinking of, what I want to toy with lately is, once I get the gym complete, which I'm aiming for, we've got the base done now, footings are in, everything's done, electrics are ready to go, it's done. I want to get that done, then I want to build a little bit of a premise outside, because I wouldn't mind start doing a bit of like night coursing or something, like plumbing or something like that. I don't know if I had to get a teacher's degree, I don't know what I'd like to do, but I'd like to do a little bit of training, like they do all these crash courses, things like that. I think I'd enjoy doing it, teaching people, but do it exclusive way, maybe take 1 or 2 people at a time and take them through. Again, it will come to like, once I get something in me that I want to do, I will do it, but it's just one of them, like I say, I'm going to get the gym done first, get that done, then we're going to look at building something else outside, a couple of training bays, stuff like that, so I can train people up. As well as training people, train the staff as well, like engineers that are at the company, the apprentices. But I also see from that, you can tell, especially people that work with people, if you've got a good candidate or not, and then you can kind of poach them, so you can kind of get inside people, if that makes sense. That's the plan anyway, that's what I'm thinking of. What's your opinion on doing the gas safe course? Is it really worth it, as gas may be gone in 20 years? I don't think gas, 10 years. I don't think gas will be gone in 10 years. I think it's impossible to get rid of, like, that's right. I don't think you can do anything away from gas yet. I've been looking at a lot of things lately, different things, how we can do things myself, obviously getting the house off the grid, oil, LPG, things like that, but I don't think you'll be able to beat gas. The biggest market I think is going to struggle massively with gas is your commercial. Some of these commercial sites that use gas, your air source and your warm air source ground source isn't going to be able to cope with it, but that'll be something that happens in the future. But I think it's definitely worthwhile doing your gas. I don't think it's a thing that'll come in. You've got to think boilers are being fitted now. They said I need 2025. Again, I don't believe that. I think it'll get extended. You bring this net zero, all that with your Part L, your private hot water systems. Gas, I believe, will still be going for years. I reckon gas will still be going till I retire. That's what I believe. Like, sir, PB hydrogen will be the king, I believe. And that one as well. I was speaking to someone about that the other day, and they said to me, because again, the way I look at it, like, especially in Hull, there's a lot going on with the gas infrastructure. They're renewing all the gas mains. So my thought behind it is, and I may be wrong if there's any new network guys that work on here, tell me if I'm wrong, but hydrogen, the joints have to be more, if they're established, I don't know. The hydrogen can leak out more easier of joints, like I think flange joints stuff, the hydrogen's a lot lighter or something, so it can escape. So I believe they're going to be doing, like, say, upgrading the network so it can take hydrogen, because I think, like, say, hydrogen will come into it. And from what I've heard, you don't have to change the boilers. You don't have to change your boilers. I believe you can just change the gas valve, tweak it a little bit, and same with your hobs. It's weird because I looked at the hobs and it's yellow flame. Obviously, in your gas, you always talk yellow flame, carbon dioxide. The flame's been incorrect, so it is weird to look at. I think, I can't remember the name of the guy on YouTube, Alan Hart. I was watching something he did. I was watching something Alan Hart did, and I was a bit thinking with that one, like watching a yellow flame on a hob looks a little bit dodgy, but obviously it's right, so. Yes, as you know, most Chinese fault last year. They do, to be fair, the portfolio, Paul, and that's another thing I don't agree at. Like, say, you could be the best engineer, best apprentice on site, whatever, but my opinion is I don't think they get enough out of the portfolios. I think they're rushed through it personally. Like, say, it's hard, you know. I was an apprentice, I put my head into it, but the portfolio side of things. Oh, no, to be fair though, you know, you're all right, I see what you're saying. Portfolio gas, that is hard, getting people to get the portfolios together, but same goes for apprentices with their paperwork and stuff. It is hard, you know, there's a lot. We work with our hands, not with the pens and stuff, so. Paul Cook, Martin Terrace Gas. James, I'm helping two guys with their portfolio at the moment, and the portfolio is the hardest bit of it for them. It is, when Pat was with us, we put Pat through his gas, and his portfolio was absolutely mental. It must have been about that thick. And the stuff you have to do, jump through hoops and do stuff to get there. There's so many scenarios and stuff they have to do. I understand why they do it. The amount of paper that goes into the back of it's ridiculous, but obviously it's there for a reason. But long live Pat. Pat was a good lad. Like I said, put him through his gas, but the amount of hoops you have to jump through, I think he did it for about, was it 6 months or something, or maybe longer. Obviously, he got the on-site experience working with us, and then he had to do a week off work at the time as well, which is unpaid, so. PB, respect, some of the best plumbers I've met in my work, I have no qualifications, and I get that as well. I still see people now that I've worked with, and like, they've got no quals, and they're absolutely outstanding at the job. But nowadays, we live in a culture, don't we, where obviously everybody has to be accountable. So if you want this job, you have to have these tickets, which I don't get it for insurance policies, being competent and stuff like that, but there is a time and place for it, and sometimes in our game it's, I don't know, each to their own. What advice you're doing that now? First of all, have you got a trainee provider? Swap me out. Are you got an apprenticeship, or are you doing full time at the college? Let me know. Jake, do you use push fit fittings? Sorry, excuse me. Yes, we do. So that new build, we've just done it fully in new build. Again, there's a time and a place. It's been clipped neatly, all lagged, done properly, but we do use push fittings, time and place. Bathrooms are the big one for us. Bathrooms is a big one for us. So again, anything on surface, plant and stuff like that will predominantly be copper. MLCP, we don't tend to use like Henko and stuff like that unless client specs it, but copper's a go-to for us, like say ABS, again, time and place, water chiller, stuff like that, but a lot of it is copper. Plastic, there's a time and place, like say, runs full off, stuff like that, hot works things, so yeah, we do use plastic. I'm a big believer, a lot of people don't like plastic. blah, blah, blah. I'm a big believer in that. Using plastic, there's a time and a place. It's being manufactured, it's installed correctly, you'll have nothing wrong with it. So it's just using it right, like I say. We do use push fit where and when we need to, so. Oh, there's a few coming over here, so there we are. Seeing the plant room with all the gate valves got me looking at gate valve spanners. Like that, Paul, like that, Paul. Patrick, never did my plumbing, just got my gas 8 years ago. Fair play to you, to be fair. I always thought that you do your plumbing first and do your gas, but I suppose you can. You can just go do your gas, to be fair. And your plumbing, really, I know many firms in Hull, especially, I'm sure you guys will know as well, that they offer the full services now, so... Especially like bathroom fitters now, they haven't got plumbing qualifications, they're more like builders in the trade. More like builders in the trade. They do plastic push fit. It's plumbing's really, I'd say, dying out now. We're a push fit nation now, so it can be done. I'm currently doing full time, but I prefer an apprenticeship. Hardest thing is just finding one, mate. LB1, first of all, where are you based? I've chatted to someone about this the other day about obviously getting an apprenticeship. And I don't want to sound horrible here, but I'm straight to the point. What are you doing to get an apprenticeship? And I don't mean that to be horrible. I speak to people all the time, they go, I've sent letters out, I've sent emails out. You have to think outside the box. There's 100 people doing the same thing, you're not going to get noticed. You have to do that one thing that's different. Go into, do a bit of research around your area, go into other places that you like the look of work at, if they've got offices, pop yourself in person, take your CV in person, say, look, I'm so-and-so, I'm looking for an apprenticeship, I've just completed a level 1, I'm an outgoing person. If there's anything that comes up, please let me know. When you're confident and show confidence like that, employees like it and people like it, you potentially could a much better chance, and you're being a cut above the rest from obviously cut above the rest, and you're making yourself more noticeable. You're not just getting lost in the emails, preferably even the junk emails, like I say. So they now have to wait 12 months before they can do their commercial changeover. I didn't know that. Didn't know that at all. So that's good to know, James. Is that if you've got your gas already? Because we're looking at, obviously, Luke doing his commercial change. I want Luke to do that. But when I did my commercial, it was literally just went straight in for it and did it. I got the on-site experience and went in and did it. So good to know if that's the case. It's something we need to get put in the system quicker. Paul cut plastic is fantastic, but copper is proper. Couldn't agree anymore. And dark, deep as Essex, the only way. LB, it might have been me who you spoke to, pal. On your last live, I'm based in Sheffield, and what advice can you give for finding one? Potentially, LB, potentially. Last live, I'm based in Sheffield. What's going on here? Too much going on, let me read that. Last live, I'm based in Sheffield, and what advice can you give for finding one? So like I said there, going back to LB, trying to get an apprenticeship. Make yourself stand out from the rest, like I say. Too many people to speak to nowadays, send emails, do things, do this, do that, I'm a big believer, if you do things to think outside the box, it will make a difference for you, definitely. So, best advice I can give you is make yourself known, be bold, be active with it, pop out there, do it in person. That, to me, stands out. If I was to get 10 emails now of candidates saying they want a job, blah, 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 10 people saying they want a job, I don't mean blah, 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 that's what I mean, like, want a job, but one candidate come in, I think I'd give more time to the candidate coming, because they've gone out the way to come in person and actually meet them in human. You know, we are human at the end of the day, and I believe that is a big thing. So, like that, Paul, stay positive and proactive, definitely, 100%. You have to stay positive as well, because you can get negative with it. You can get a lot of knockbacks, but it does happen. But you've just got to keep rolling with the punches and keep banging on the door. I believe if you keep banging on that door will open one day. So keep at it. PB, nothing wrong with push fit nowadays. Every band is good quality. Just don't use a second return, sorry, Nerf. Nah, I got it, PB. Respect for that. I know. I learnt the hard way with that as well. So again, I went down there, as I said, on Sunday and got that cut out. So what I had to do in the end is I had to take the 22mm hot main that goes right to the end of the building, took that in copper, took the return back in copper as well, then allowed 2 meters, then converted back to plastic, because that is actually on the hot water return draw. So I know that's fine, that's just when you demand this, like your appliance stuff. So learned the hard way on that one, but I learned it the hard way, and I know for next time I won't do it again. And it happens, we are all learning, and it does happen, you know. It's how we overcome it, that's what I say. How do you feel about working on new builds, Jake? I don't mind them. if we're in control. I don't like working on new builds where you become under the cosh and then that's it before you know it. You're in the rut and it's bang, bang, this needs doing, that needs doing, that you're being pulled from pillar to post. I don't agree with that. That isn't working smart. You're just putting fires out all over. I'm a big believer on always being in control. Not because I'm a control freak, but I'm a big believer, like says, that if you control what you're doing, it's going to go right. The moment you get 4 minutes, plot 22 needs this doing, plot 33, things get forgotten, things get missed, things go wrong. Take it at your own pace and control. So new builds are right if we're in control of them. So that's what I think there. Step builds turn up in tuxedo. Do you reckon start off with a company? Yeah, definitely. LB, like Paul said there, big companies 100% because we are big companies. There's only 7 of us at the moment now. George is with us, but we like to keep it close-knit and work as a team, like I say. It's hard when I started off on my own and had one guy with me. You can find a lot of the flaws and the things that go on. Exactly that, Paul. One-man band, it's not always time for apprentice. You become focused on when you get the job done, and I'll admit I did it as well. You become focused on the job, getting the job done, so you don't have time to invest in your apprentice. But like I look at Matty now. Matty's been with us nearly 5 years now, and he is a supreme engineer. He's out on his own, and he does a lot of, like say, does a lot of what I can do. He's taken a lot of knowledge off me because I've managed to put the time and stuff into him, so it does work. So if you can get with a reasonable sized company that's got a few people, you can learn off other people and then float around. Like I say, I believe it's a big thing. Personally, each of their own. One-man bands is a bit of a no-go because, again, got to take everything into account. If that one person takes a holiday, then you're liable to take your holiday, use your holidays up X, Y, and Z. Whereas in a company, you'd like to think that if you were a company, you're going to get things like the holidays. You've got to make sure it works for you as well. The holiday's going to come in, you can have it when you want, and obviously you've got a lot more people to learn off. So I've been out to fail plastic on second returns. Fair play there if you change it, and that's working freshly and living quality. No respect, PB. I did it again. I think one of you guys, I can't remember what it was, he actually messaged me on Instagram, said sorry, should be coming to you, and I respect that. At the end of the day, we are all the community and we are all learning. You know, I know a lot of things, but I don't know everything, and I appreciate that video. Nearly got a couple of thousand views already, and one person's brought that to my attention, so I appreciate all the people that watched it, but I more appreciate the people that have told us that something was at fault, because at the end of the day, we are all human and it happens, and it's how we learn from our failures. And I'm one of them where I like to do a job correctly. We're putting the Caprani stamp on it, it has to be done right. There's only one way, and that's the right way. So the Caprani stamp gets put on it, it's done right. I wouldn't have been able to leave that job knowing that had been left in and done. You potentially could have left it and had it in there for a couple of years, like I say, but we at that company, we like to make sure things are done right, like I say, so respect, PB. Lee Pickett, what's more appealing to you when taking an apprentice? Someone with no skills or someone who has experience? Good question. Me personally, I'd rather take someone that's a blank canvas so we can mould them to the Caprani ways. I'm not saying don't take them on. I'm not saying don't take them on, but a blank canvas to me is like when I do a plank room. If I've got a blank wall, I can do what I need to do. If I'm working with a half-work system, my heart's in it, I'll do it right, but it's not because I'm like, it's not right. So someone to me that's got no experience is better. But then again, someone who's got experience is good. It's just that they can have bad traits, not the company traits, the business. So I like to, like I say, get someone that's got a blank slate and we can drill it into them. But look, we are always open to options. We are looking at taking another apprentice on this year, in it definitely with another engineer as well. It's going to happen imminently. I sometimes don't realise how much we are moving forward and how fast we are moving with Caprani, but I'm not going to moan. It's all good. I believe we're heading in the right direction. Like I say, with the gym for everybody, the branding's on point, everything that goes on. We're trying to break the mould as a business and do it right for everybody. So right, where are we now? What time do you stay in the office till? So LB, the only reason I'm in the office tonight is because Matt's van's gone in for repair today. Another thing, the vans are playing up again. We need to look at your vans imminently. They went quiet, we sorted them. We're looking at your vans. Matt had an issue with his van, so we are going, like I say, with that one. We're looking at your van scenarios at the moment. Jessica's on with that. When on it, the vans, they need to be sorted. It's just obviously taking it, like I say. It's doing it, but I'm only in the office late tonight. I like to make sure I get live out to you guys. It's nice that we can put the content out, and we really appreciate that you guys watch it and you guys enjoy it. The likes, subscribes, comments, all that helps build the algorithm, helps build the channel, helps build the brand for the end goal, which is little Caprani offices all up and down the UK, franchised out, and you guys can all be part of it. But no, jokes aside, I like to speak to you guys. Reason being live is because I like to get a bit of feedback off you guys as well. I feel like we get talking stuff and things happen, but it's nice to speak to you guys in person. I have got something big coming up that I want to do. I'm looking at, especially for a lot of you followers and stuff, something coming up there. Tell me what you think about it. We're maybe looking at putting like a bit of a Caprani, little bit of a Caprani event where we're going to have to try to set it up somewhere equal, maybe like the middle of England, get like some kind of thing and set a bit of like a Caprani event up. I don't know, organise some hotels, people that want to come can. I think it'd be nice to meet people in person and do it. You know, we do the YouTube, you see my face all the time talking stuff. I'd like to speak to you guys, meet you in person, and get a bit of feedback from it, because we need help growing the Caprani brand. We can do it as a company, but I believe you guys can help us more. So that's imminently going to happen. Look at happening at the back end of the year. We've got to get a few things put in place. I don't expect a lot of it for the first one, but I expect bigger things on it on the one we do next year. So let me know your thoughts on that one, guys. I think that'd go down the storm, like I say. Everyday school day. There we go, there we go. That answer LB. LB YouTube is my online teacher. Respect Paul, it is for us as well. I've been watching some weird things lately, like hydropower and things like that. I get right into it at night watching weird things, but that's what I do. So it is mine, Paul. Everyday school day for all of us. No one knows everything. Respect PB, one of the day ones. LB, Caprani MJ Plumbing, good one. Respect armchair students, Paul Cook. Hello, sir. Hello, Matt. Cheese, mate Lee. I'm jelly who can mow me into any shape. Paul, if you're ever up this end, get into the office. We'll mould you into a Caprani. Benny, Caprani MJ PB Plumber, best plumbers on YouTube. In comments like that are bold and the big, and again, I respect and I appreciate that. It's nice to hear, and I appreciate that. We as a company are doing what we think's right. We're just going with the flow, basically. We're not trying to be false with it. We're just doing what we do as a company, and we're glad that you guys are here for the ride and that you enjoy it. So, respect as always. Thank you very much. Tones, hope you're well, Nath Head. Respect, bro. I'm just about to start my level 1 plumbing course in college, and I'm 17. Is it worth getting into the industry? I have an apprentice with my dad's company. So, definitely, Ben, like I said before, each their own on this one. Going to uni, getting criminology degrees, blah, 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 is good if you know where you're going to go with it. I'm not saying that criminology is one thing. I'm saying going to university and getting your qualifications. What I found nowadays is people can become too overeducated for job roles that are applying for. So they can become too overeducated. So I've always been a big believer is getting a qualification, apprenticeship, get that grade under your belt, then go do what you want to do. Because once you've got them qualifications, you've got them from life, and you can always fall back to it. At the end of the day, these will always make money for you, and you will always start making money with these two things at the start, no matter what you do. And obviously you can grow it from there, but get these right and you can do it. So that's my part of the buy. University stuff wasn't for me. Got the apprenticeship. So I couldn't agree more. Anybody that says, should I get an apprenticeship? Go do it. Just make sure you knuckle down, get it right at the start, and then go from there. That's partly for me what I say. Benny, my bad, forgot PB, totally agree with that. No, definitely. Plum like Tom, Paul, definitely. And Joel, friendly plumber. So I was on the phone to Joel the other day, potentially got something coming up on that side. Plum like Tom, again, another good channel. I enjoy watching him, some of the stuff he does. Carries on the same kind of way what we do. He's a nice guy, I like to watch him. He's good. Yes, LB. I was watching Joel and then this live come on. James S, respect me. I think, to be fair, just before I got the live started, I'd seen him also. When I come off this, I'll check out, see how he's been. I know he went a bit quiet for a while, but he still gets the content out. I was speaking to Clayton tonight as well. He's messaged me. Clayton Plumbing and Heating. I think he's got one scheduled for end of this week, potentially 5th of September. So it's nice. It's good. It's good, the community that's going on YouTube. It's good. Paul Cook, I had a ticket for install and got fucked up by the train strikes. That's another thing I want to do. Try to get to install it, but it just always seems to be every time that comes round, work just goes mad. A lot of it's due to our commercial sites at the time. It seems to come at the time where our commercial sites kick off massively, the yearly service and stuff like that. So hence why we're going to maybe try to look at doing a bit of a Caprani thing for the fans bit of an event. So we'll see what happens with that one. You cannot beat the Mark 7 Transit Nerf. No respect, LB. You cannot, and I agree with that. Tiff is on the spliff. PB Steve Lavenmere, YouTube is entertaining. Definitely. So Steve Lav, if it is the American one, I watched him all the time. And before I got me off tech, I ended up watching him every night. I enjoyed it because he works in a lot of oil, obviously. America's a lot of oil. But Steve Lavenmere Productions, let me know if I'm right, but he is a good guy and he's entertaining. What is it he says? He goes, it's like Holy Mama or smart, but he's a funny guy. I like him. I'm plumber without my gas. Is it worth getting gas for money? Is it worth getting gas for money? I'd get gas. I think you end up, definitely, it opens doors up, definitely in understanding characteristics, combustion, how systems work and stuff. You can open up a bit more. Obviously, having your gas unit work on Y plans, S plans, learn a lot more systems. I'm never one to say, right, that's it, I'm not learning. If I ever get something thrown at me, I want to learn it. And I say the same here at training and learning at the company. It is a big thing, mate. So, personally, Smartphone's good learn. So yeah, Smart Pipes is a good lad as well. Yeah, I forgot him as well. Call, yeah, he spoke to me the other day about maybe doing a collaboration as well because he's not too far. I think he's Leeds. He's not too far up the road from us. It's good to see and show people the real world of work. You all show great insight to the everyday life of plumbers. No, definitely. I think all of us on the YouTube bring different insights in of different things, what's going on. It is every day is different, and that's why I like being in the trade. Again, we have the office. I'll be honest with you, I don't think I could be in the office 24/7. My head would explode. I like to know that I can get up every day and my work environment's going to be different every day, do you know? So overcome and adapt. My van's my office, it's racked out, organised as I need it. I rock up to the job and I love getting a problem, solving it and thinking I've done that. So yeah. Alan Hart, again, Paul Cook, yeah, another guy that I watch as well. He's good, very educational, so he's another one. There's another guy, Tomcat Gas Training. He is a clever guy. Watch a bit of his stuff as well. There's quite a few guys on there. They're all good people on the channel, to be fair. So, Loving Plumbing is a good channel. Yeah, Paul as well. Watch him as well. There we go with that. LB, what vans you looking at getting for the company? I don't know. What I'm thinking of doing is getting with the lads, having a chat, seeing what vans they want. Again, at the end of the day, when I say that, within reason, I don't want to be where it's like, this is the van you're having, blah, blah, blah. I want to say, look, lads, we're obviously looking at getting new vans. What van do you want? Might sound a bit odd, but at the end of the day, they're working out of it. And if they get the right van to work out of, we're going to get the best work out of them. So I'll be honest with you, I think I'm going to keep my Ford Transit van. I've got the 2012 plate, it's only got 80,000 on the clock, but it is racked out. It's racked out how I want it and I like it, and it's running smooth. It's a good van. So obviously Luke's fan and Matt's fan, see what they want to do. Like I say, go from there. Loving Plumbing's good channel. He is good channels I watches. That's one there. Steve Love is a very knowledgeable guy. He's some of the stuff I watch him do, where he's had people go to boil and stuff, and they had 3-4 people there say it's this and this, and he sorts it. I watch him strip them oil burners down. He's very good PB, so respect for that. Great man to think alike, mate. Paul Cook price not too bad. Well, we're trying, mate. We're trying, aren't we? Don't know that. I love site work, obviously. Del Boy, Tomcat. I don't mind Tomcat, is alright, Paul. Bit of banter. James S. Anyone know what's happened to Park Plumbing? So I was chatting with Park Plumbing the other day. He has taken off massively on the... what's it called? Stocks and shares. I know Parks now is doing a lot on the stocks and shares, trading. I think it's really picked up. He's got a channel called Tradesman Trading or something on Instagram. I'll drop it in on the next video, like I say. But still speak to Tom. He's a great lad. I think he's just obviously, he's still doing a plumber. I think he's pushing it more now to basically stocks and shares. And to be fair, he showed me some of the things. It's working out for him, so respect. I still watch some of his old videos. He's got good banter. I don't like Tom. Got a lot of time for him, like I say. So, oi Jake, get her on the bees and we're getting thirsty here. LB, can't go on with the Mark 7 Transit best about. What's the highest weight you've had for your copper? Highest weight I've had for my copper? I don't know, because I think maybe about 700-800 quid. We keep a bit, do it, but what we do with the copper is we invest it. We've invested back into the business, like I say. The lads obviously don't get looked after, but we invested back into the business. So again, with what's going on in the back, refurbing and stuff like that, we've got some big things coming up, but just like to reinvest it back into the business for the full team to benefit from it. I believe when we get to a stage where we've got where we need to, then it can start being dished out between lads, because I think that's fair. But for now, it's fair. It comes back into the business, pays for things like nights out. If I'm working with lads, it'll pay for their dinner. If I'm working, it's just use it wisely to benefit the team, like I say, I think, personally. But pick their own vans, that's a milk float for up there, no, definitely not PB, definitely not, but is what it is, isn't it, like I say. But no, it's going good. There's a lot coming up. I'm tired today. It's been a holiday last week, was in Fiat and Chorley. Just getting back into the swing of it. Paul Cook, biggest power rate we've worked on. They got 54, 67, 70, something like that. I think it was 70 odd, I can't remember, is it 76? 76 mil, I think, if I'm right. 15, 22, 28, 35, 42, 54, 67, 76. I think it's 76 mil. Pressing it and soldering it as well. 2 matte blow lamps onto it, soldering it away again, but that's the biggest stuff. 2-inch Henko, threaded. Have I threaded 4-inch? Yeah, threaded 4-inch as well, I suppose. Heavy, lugging that about. Again, on some of the sites I worked on in the past, the welders would come in for that one, they'd pre-weld it and we just fabricate it. I say fabricate, bolt and put it together, so. But no, I enjoy the commercial. To me is better. Commercial as opposed to domestic. Up on a cleanser or something in the plant room, you can start spilling the floor, there's usually drain there. So for me, commercial, end of the day, like commercial, big properties that need stuff doing. Yeah, so each to their own. But it's been a bit of a busy life tonight. What's your routine for the time you have to go to sleep and wake up for? Routine as a plumber. 107 mil soul pipe. Fair play, PB. Fair play. I don't know if none of you seen today the YouTube or the Instagram if you follow it, but Dale had his shoes on today. It's on the story. Had his shoes on his work pants. It was something else. I'll be honest with you. It was something else. I'd seen something then. What I was going to say then. So, what's your routine for the time you have to go to sleep and wake up for? So, my general day starts, I'll give you a quick run through Monday to Friday. On a weekend, it's all about family. So on a weekend, I'll have a line till about 8, whatever, but with the family. That is religious for me. You have to spend time with the family. It's not all about work. I see a lot of people, work. You have to make time for your family, like I said. It is 76, I thought it was. 76 mil. So alarm goes off at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll get up, brush my nostrils, brush your teeth. Quick coffee to the office, get office opened up, check out a few bits that I need to. Go from there. Then obviously I'm out on the tools and I'm done. As a rule of thumb, from then I've handed my stuff back to the office. They'll handle what they need to and I can finish normal time in a day. But as a rule, I'm usually up at 5 o'clock every day. Last year was big for me hitting the gym and stuff. Just not a chance this year with getting the office, the work that's going on, the stuff that's going on. So that's why I cannot wait to get the gym done. But like I say, I don't watch much TV at night. I find myself watching a lot of YouTube, educational things, doing things to benefit my brain. I'm not a big believer in sitting and watching Netflix and getting home, slapping TV on gaming and stuff like that. Look, don't get me wrong, I'd like to do it, but when you've got goals and aspirations where you need to be, you have to make sure you use your time wisely. We all only get 24 hours in the day, so PB, respect, I'll see you later, bud. We all get 24 hours in a day, and it's how we use them 24 hours at the end of the day. We are all equal human beings, we all get 24 hours, so it is how you use it, like I say, but that's each film. PB's worked 110 mil, that's what I was laughing at earlier, so. Done 76 myself. I had roofing torch on it and a giant gas bottle and working on the middle Arndale centre. Arndale took what week, sold one joint, bloody hell. Arndale is at Manchester, maybe wrong, but let me know. Paul Cook, Jake, where's the beers, United Gamers? What's your favourite part of the job? So, it's taken us 6 years to get to this stage, but if I'm honest truth, my favourite part of the job is delivering the goods to the client. What I mean by that is going to a client, meeting and greeting, I've had numerous issues, what can we do? So as a company, we will go and I'll say, right, this is what I propose to do. I've seen your problem and this is what you need to do to sort it. We need to put this boiler in, convert system to this, do it to this, design this. Designing systems, installing them, and when you're finished at the end and the client's literally, client at the end is over the moon from, because you've carried that client along for the full install, showed them what's what and worked with them to design and install a supreme system from. Dealing with clients is massive for me, that's my favourite thing. I hated it before with the office, before people like Dale, Dion and Jessica working, because wearing 20 odd hats a day, it takes its toll on you mentally. Dealing with the accounts, dealing with the front of the house, the back of the house, dealing with engineers, blah, blah. Not me, I like to be able to come to the office, deal with the bits I need to, then go on site and deal with the client. That's what I love most. I'm a people person and I like dealing with clients and dealing with jobs in hand. So that's me. Delivering the goods to the client, doing what I do best, installing, designing systems. That's what I do best on my tools. That's what I fully enjoy. And I find a lot of people when they start a business and they want to grow a business, the directors come off the tools. Now, whether I sound big-headed or not, I'm confident to say this, I'm very good at my job. What is the point in me coming from my job? Off my tools, should I say, to come work in the office. I can do the office, it's not my thing, but what's the point? We employ the right people to do them roles, so I can stay on my tools as well as teaching the apprentices, the engineers, working as a team together. So me, my favourite bit is being on my tools with a job. So a lot of people say to me, why don't you come off the tools, sitting there, like, I don't want to, I've got plenty of time left in me. I like being on my tools and that's what I will do for a long time. So, but that is each to their own. Next tool on the shopping list is an MDP squeeze off tool. So again, absolute immense bit of kit. One of my mates showed me this a few years ago. You can actually use that on plastic pipe as well. So people will say you shouldn't, but again, people will say you shouldn't, but I squeeze plastic off 15mm, even down to 10mm, changing radiator valves on new builds. You can squeeze it if it's barrier pipe, squeeze it off, change the valve, crimp it back, you're good to go. People say damage the pipe and do it. I've been doing it for years, never had an issue, so that's a big thing. LB, are you not really interested in bathrooms? No, we are. We do bathrooms as well, but the problem with bathrooms is, for us as a company, we end up getting too many external subcontracts in, and it's controlling what you can control. Can't stand it when you organise a job and the client knows what's going on, they know day to day what's happening. Subcontracts let you down. We aren't controlling that subcontractor. It's up to them. They'll say we're coming that day to do this, but they can let you down unless they'll not turn in. Where if people work for you, they have to turn in. And that isn't because we're controlling them, but they expect to do the 40 hours a week, so then you can control your schedule to do. So there's just too much to go on with bathrooms. We can do bathrooms. We've done some very, very high-end bathrooms, but just always found that it's working with subcontractors that let it down last hurdle. There's too many trades involved and too much going on, so it can just end up making it a bit messy. So we do them, but we tend to, like I say, pick and choose our bathrooms. There's a lot of firms out there that do it. So Paul Cook, cheers guy, crack the still open. I've just finished my coffee. Lagging a bit now, but I admit I'm getting tired. It's been a long, hard day today, a bit of a long slug. I am in Mexico in 2 to 3 weeks' time for a couple of weeks, so I'm also banking footage now. So for your guys' leisure, I'll make sure the content is still delivered. We're banking some footage now, getting the videos edited, ready to go now to drop them, like I say. And then when we are back from Mexico, boom, some big things are happening. We've got some big collaborations coming up. I keep stressing about this. Again, Rome wasn't built overnight. The branded workwear is coming. There's talks going on. Things are happening behind the scenes that I don't want to do it. I'm not one just to show you the perfect. It's just going to be boom, it'll be there in your face. So the gym, the workwear, the training studio at the back, there's a lot of things that's going to happen. A lot of things are going to go on the back of it. We're 53 minutes in. I think it's been a good live, a productive live. There's a thing. What do you guys think about that? I might try doing my... might try do a live next time. Adios. I don't know, could you do it? We've done a live before while working. Yeah, might do a live next time while working, but we'll see. But do it so it's right at the time. So that's a good one. So, do you have a problem with non-qualified plumbers, gas work or gas plants where you are? It's become quite an issue in my area. First, whereabouts you saw. Secondly, I can't really say I've come across it. Now, obviously, Dale in the office take the calls, but I can't really say I've seen the issue. I know people that work for those people I know that work and say, can you sign stuff off I've done? I won't do it, we won't do it as a company. It sounds horrible, but people go, could you sign this off? I'm like, no, unless we fit that boiler, we're not doing it. Well, you can see the pipework and everything. One, I don't know how it's been fixed to the wall. Two, we've not fitted it. Why am I going to lower our standards as a business? If you want the full shebang for Caprani, we'll come and do the full shebang. We are not coming signing other people's work off. We've not done it, we're not warranting it, simple as. And I stand by that rule. I know too many people that do it, but we won't do it. And it sounds horrible, but why should we? We pay exclusive, we pay stupid amounts to be insured, stupid amounts to get our qualifications, everything else, be above the board for then somebody to go, I've done all the work, took the cream off it, can you sign it off? Niche, not happening, so that's that. But I think that's going to be it, guys, for the live tonight. I think it's been a good, productive one. I'm absolutely shattered. It's 8:45. I've not had no dinner yet. It's been a good one. I'm just going to update a few bits now. Hit me yawning, I'm tired. Let's drink one check. And then I'm a big one as well on doing lists. Again, people say, God, you write lists, blah blah, but it's the only way that I can clean my brain. So if I don't write a list, I can go home tonight now knowing like that. I can go home tonight knowing I've cleared my head. I'll leave the office and leave it at that. So, good night, guys. I think live done. Adios and all that. I'm gonna go home, chill out, and do some tea. Don't know what I'm gonna cook tonight. Brand everything. There's this light. We spin this. Dale's been at it today in the office. On with the painting. This has come to a bit of a standstill, which is done with then. But it is what it is. It's just work and being on holiday. It is prepped up, like I say now. The gym, the shower for everyone to use is done. We aren't going to bother plastering this. Dale's will give it a coat there. It needs architraves going on there. But all we're going to do literally is just fill it, which we have done now, and start getting paint, give it all its coat. We're going to get a nice vanity unit put in there. Excuse my plumbing. That is questionable. So there's your question, do I use push fit? Boom. I've just put that in temporary. I've not even plumbed it up yet, but I put it in just to make sure it would work like working, like I say, but done that. I need to sort the waste out on the toilet because that was additional like that. What I'm going to do there, take the floor when I take this out again and redo the drains. The drains under the floor about 400mm deep, so I'm just going to swing it up on a pan connector. But what we're going to do there, literally, we've got a nice, I've made that 1100, just going to have a nice vanity unit with a sink on the top. Tile splashback, wet wall panel, all this. So this will be, like I say, bar mixer shower there with a drench head. We're going to put an LPG boiler in the back. But the reason being we're doing this again is more for the, one, I want to use it. It's a big thing for me to use. And two, it's a big thing for the staff. Look, we've built a gym for me to, there's no excuse in get it done. Get to work early. It's good well with the lads, having a crack with the lads in the morning, chatting about work, what they've done and stuff. And then boom, we're straight on it, showered, ready to get straight on the tools. So it's team building in my eyes. Not a lot of people do it. I know Pimlico did it, but breaking the mould and doing it right and looking after your team. Look after your team and they will look after you. But as always, guys, it has been a pleasure. On the live, we've been on for an hour. Momentum's picking up and all that. It's been good to see everyone. I'm going to go home, chill out. I'm shattered, tired. It's been a hard day. Brain's been in overdrive. Keep yawning now. I'll go and get some food and chill out. So, if I don't see you, take it easy and all that. And I will be uploading a video tomorrow. So, get down here and get it sorted. It's horrendous. Even George went to me, what the fuck's going on with that? But it just literally slung it in out of no socket. Just wanted to test the sink. Just make sure I'd pipe the hot and cold up right. Made sure it was right. But just doing my final checks now. Locking up the office. Can't look at the back. Still's been painted. Look at the fucking state of it, man. He's pulled everything out. Papa just don't give a toss. But can't knock him. He's having a go, innit? So. But yeah, as always, guys, thank you for the support. I will catch you later. If you don't already, go follow our Instagram, TikTok and all that. We're having a go doing bits. So have a good night, guys. Peace out. Respect.